Good morning or good evening, whenever you're watching this. Welcome back to another weekly watch list. Thank you so much for checking it out, clicking on the video. This is going to be my weekly watch list of SPY, QQQ, IWM, a little bit of SPX, NQ, and ES in there, as well as I use those for confluence or trading the aforementioned. So thank you so much for clicking on the video. Without further ado, let's hop right in. Going to be starting off with QQQ. Okay, starting off on the daily chart here. We do have this high volume, bearish looking candle here, long wick right at this daily supply zone as well. We wicked right on that daily body supply. Even on the wicks, we wicked on the daily wick supply as well. So, obviously it's definitely looking bearish. As you can see now, we're heading down a little bit. We headed down a little bit more post-market on Friday as well. We do have this daily gap fill. That's going to be the first area I'm looking at. Small gap, nothing crazy, down here at 492. So looking at the zones themselves, we have our previous day high, which is in this supply zone here at 528, and our previous day low here at 494. So that's for the first range I'm looking at first. If we come up here, I do have 1 hour supply here. I'll be looking for a reject there. I'll be looking for a bounce off the daily gap. If we do break through that, my next support is down here at 489. However, it was just a small bounce for a previous day low. I don't think it would hold up very strong. I think a stronger support is going to be down here at this 485, 484 area. So that's what we're looking for on QQQ as far as levels go. I just want to double check here on the 4 hour and so on. Yeah, this is a much stronger area of a bounce down here than here, okay? So let's head over. NQ is obviously going to be looking very, very similar. But we'll head over to it anyways. We have our daily supply wick and 4 and 2 hour supply up here. So if we do end up moving up, I will be looking for rejections in this area. I did go ahead and mark the previous day's range here, 2 prior days range on NQ as well. I do think this could be a potential area that we bounce if we do get it. This kind of lines up with that daily gap fill on QQQ. And again, if we don't, I could look for a bounce down here at 262. That's how I'm just going to say things down on NQ now. I'm just going to say the last 3 digits. But if not, we do have demand down here on the 2 hour. So if I head over to the 2 hour, we have this demand zone here. So I've marked out the wick. I did start marking out my levels now by name. It helps me so much more. So I'm really looking forward to testing it out this week. So you have this 2 hour demand down here. And then below that, I just want to double check. We do have this 4 hour demand. So I'm going to real quick put this one in here. So we have 4 hour demand wick. However, we have already tested it once. So as you can see, we had this 4 hour demand here, this zone, this wick here. We came down, just about nearly bounced a little bit here, but then we kind of broke through it. So yes, you could say it might not be valid, but since it was such a stronger area previously, I am going to keep it on the chart for now. Okay, so we do have that 4 hour demand wick here, just this zone, if you will, down here. At 967, 968, or sorry, actually, yeah, 972. So we did have a lot of wicks, a lot of sweeps in this area, so I will be looking for a bounce here if we do get it. I might even get rid of this wick. We will see, just because we did already break through that zone a bit, but also kind of bounced out of it. So I would look for some sort of confirmation down here on the hourly or 2 hour or even a 4 hour confirmation in this area here on NQ. So let's head over to SPX first. So SPX, again, for those that haven't seen prior videos, I just marked previous day high, previous day low. Those are going to be in red. Previous day low on SPX happened to be 5,800, which I had already previously had marked out as well, and which is something that I'll notice a lot. Like if you're learning to trade SPX, I don't trade SPX. I just use this confluence for SPY QQQ. Just start by marking out previous day high, previous day low. And if there was no reaction to that level that day, just keep it in a different color. I just choose white, right? So like for example, my next level here under the previous day low was another previous day low here at 57.84. Below that, down here at 57.67. And if we keep moving down, I would see this being a stronger level. It was a previous resistance, turned support. I could see this being a better bounce area than this. But red is previous day high, previous day low, and then just keep the other previous day high and lows that have not been reacted to, or even if they have and they were strong areas, keep them on the chart. And it will be a game changer for the trading. These levels have been super, super accurate. SPY, so looking at SPY here, same thing, previous day high, previous day low. In the previous day high, we do have a 2 hour supply wick. So if we do get back up there, I'll be looking at a reaction here first from here. supply wick here slash pretty much it is also like the body. There's just no real wick on this candle. So I'll be looking for a reject up here as far as bounces go. First main bounce is going to be, let's go over to the 4 hour. Would most likely be down here at this 574, right? Yes, we have this down here, which was another previous day low of 576, but it's just not as strong as down here at 574. As far as demand goes, it looks like we have another demand zone down here as well. I just want to mark it out. It's another 2 hour demand. So I'm going to put that on the chart here. 2 hour demand wick. This has been super helpful. Oh, hold on. Always have typos. I have too big of fingers. All right, 2 hour demand wick. Oh my goodness, look at that. Demand wick. Okay. So again, if we do break below 574, my next area of bounce would be down here at 572. So that's how it's looking there. Just to check out the daily on that as well. Similar situation as QQQ, pretty bearish looking candle, higher volume as well. So we will see what we get this upcoming week. ES is obviously going to be looking similar as well. As far as supply and demand goes, we can check that out. Let's head over there. I did have this fib drawn. I do want to see where we ended up. I had this on Friday. So we did bounce this fib perfectly on Friday, so that's nice to see. So I'm going to keep this on the chart then just because I want to see if we break below the 61, I'll get rid of the 61, just edit, remove it off this. But this 78, percent retracement does line up well with this prior day low here at 58.21. So I will be watching that for a bounce. We also have this 2 hour demand wick, which also lines up with 5,800 here. So that looks like a really strong area. 2 hour demand. It's also 5,800, whole psych number. So that looks really good. I do have this temporary level here, potential level at 58.15. So again, this is more so like a profit target. So like say we break below 61, we break below 78, I'd be looking at shorts down to 5,800. And this could just be a profit target along the way, but more than likely going to rip through. A lot of these temporary levels I have, they're like 50-50. That's why I don't use them for like confirmation. I'll just use them at potential as if I'm already in a trade and they can be used as a profit target as long as we get a reaction to them. As far as rejects go, 2 hour supply wick up here, same as SPY. And then we have 2 and 1 hour supply up here and a 2 hour body supply wick level up here as well. So lots of supply up here around just above 5,900, okay? And this supply wick down here is also 5,900. So I'm actually going to put that here. So plus 5,900. And these whole psych numbers, work extremely well on ES and NQ. Wrong thing. Here we go. All right, let's go to IWM to finish things off. So we had this really nice channel. We broke out of it, made a strong move up, hit a bunch of supply up here. It's a pretty obvious reject as far as if you're going to swing trade, which I don't do. I have taken a couple swings here and there, but it's not something I do regularly. But this is a massive supply zone. If you got short somewhere up here, with the stop above 228, you're more than likely it was going to work out. It was a weekly supply, so as you can see, it ended up working out. I would love to see us come back and maybe test around this channel here for another move up and kind of make a higher low. This could be the higher low already. You know what I mean? Like if we get our fib tool out here, see where we bounce. This it already hit the 78. This very well could be the higher low already. So I'm going to actually keep that 78 on the chart because if we do break below it, then it does show that there's a lot more weakness. So we do have the previous day high, previous day low already marked out. We have 30-minute supply up here at 225, 2 hour supply wick at 224. So above previous day high, you could look at longs and then take a potential reject up here. That looks pretty solid, looks pretty clean. But again, we do have this 78 that we did already bounce at under the previous day low. So if we get under the previous day low, I wouldn't be looking at shorts unless we got under 217 and potentially under this zone I have here as well at 216. So if I head back over here to the hourly, my thinkorswim is running slow right now. It was a previous day low. It was a previous day low here, wicked it here again. We broke through it, had a little bit of confluence in this area, ripped through it again as well. So it's not the strongest looking level. May even be a level I even take off the chart. But really under this 217, this looks like a better area for a bounce. It could retest that channel and be down here at this 215 where we had a strong bounce at previously. So that would be what I'm looking for in IWM if we're looking short and looking for a bounce. All right. So that's going to wrap up the watch list. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing week inside and outside of the market. And I may or may not be seeing you next week. I will be traveling next week, so I may be missing next week's watch list, but I'll be back the following week. So anyways, hope you have a great week. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please consider dropping a like, dropping a comment, or subscribing to the channel. I would appreciate it very, very much. And I will see you in the next watch list.